3D scanning is available in two different flavors. We have a snapshot and a capture. A snapshot is one perspective, one angle, no stitching, one shot. Where a full capture is taking an object and looking like we do in and around it to get a full perspective of how big and how detailed this object is. But I want to show you how simple this is to take 3D snapshots. A 3D snapshot is really straightforward. As long as it fits within this squared space, you can take a 3D image of something. You can see this is just a live feed of what's on the map there. And what this does, it uses an array of technologies. An Intel RealSense 3D camera. It also uses our own algorithms that we created. And what this does is it uses a light projection pattern. And these boxes do nothing other than keep your brain busy while it's loading. And then what it eventually does is once it has loaded, it's going to start projecting an array of horizontal bands. As those bands hit this object, where do I go? As those bands hit this object, to us you can see the bands appear to bend or distort or shift. What's actually happening as the light is hitting this object at varying depths, what you'll get is the distortion of a line. That line, as it distorts, is measured down to 500 micron or a pixel in width, and that information is carried across in depth to Sprout, and what this is now doing, it's now getting a 3D render of that object with accurate color, accurate texture, and of course one-to-one scar replication. So one finger spins, two fingers moves, right? And what you can do with this particular object, and I want to call out something first of all. See on the edge, how it's kind of got this sort of mosquito noise or this pixelation on the edge. That's because that's where it tapers away and it can't actually see it. Think of this like eyes on your head. If I'm standing looking at you, I can only see one part of you, one side, one perspective. When you do a full capture and you move the object around, which I'm going to show you in a tick, that's when it'll fill in the sides. It stitches them together and makes a complete holistic object. The amazing thing about this is how simple it is to then transform what this was into what it could be, using some options on the left here that we have pre-programmed. If I want to make this a wooden mask, is one option. I can completely change the texture. If I want to then say make this into something with more of a marble finish, of course I can do that as well, and I can even colorize too. So here I've got yellow marble. Not a great design choice, but I'm in IT, so it doesn't really matter. So there we go. So I can take this little object, I can go like this, and then I can hit my little 2D snapshot button. What that does, it takes like a perspective image of that particular shot. Let's change it. Let's remove all texture, and we can just have it a flat color. So I'm going to have this here, I want a 2D snapshot of that, and of course then I can save that 3D snapshot to then export and print, even with our printer out there. So the cool thing is, once I've done this, let me exit out, because I've got about 100 million masks scanned into this machine. I'm going to go back into my create section. I'm going to go into my images, and it takes a little while, but these have populated. So you can see those things that I've scanned. What was a 3D mask, I've in one changed not only color and texture, in the other one I've removed all texture and just changed color. I've got different angles and I've snapshotted them, and then I've got them into my project so quickly. And the challenge we say is Sprout isn't going to be the most accurate, perfect device to rival all technology ever to be built ever, but what we do say